to So Light. I like, you like.
So light. Hello everybody. Woot woot. This is your host Noel and
Kelyn here. Hello.
Hello. How are you all today?
Yes. How is everybody?
So sorry that we have to skip 1 week's episode. So my partner here was down with flu. Would you
Very
like to
bad.
explain yourself? Why did
Until I couldn't talk.
you see? Why do you deprive them of 1 week's episode?
I mean, if you guys are into audioless recording, I think we could have done it.
Or one fit with nasal sounds.
Oh yeah, I'm still having a bit of the. You see, still can hear the hey sound. But
a little bit, but it's better.
I'm much better. For those who are concerned.
Yes.
I find maybe because of the sudden changes in the weather also. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, it started raining in Singapore out of nowhere.
We become
Right.
like winter weather, like 20 degrees on
Yeah.
certain time of the day.
We don't need
Was-
aircon at all, you know?
Yeah, we can just record without aircon.
Yeah,
Just open
exactly.
window. But yeah, the background noise will be a bit too loud.
Yeah, correct. And I'm also afraid of insects.
Yeah,
Because
I know,
in
right?
our
Because it's
in our
raining,
country,
right? Yeah.
yeah. So
It's
that's why
terrible.
I dare not open the window actually.
Yeah, I've been stung like how many times already until I cannot be bothered. Like, oh, another bite. Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh well. Okay,
Oh,
but
well.
yes, glad that you're back. All
Yes,
healthy.
we are back.
And
Yes.
still a bit nasal, but it's okay. Manageable.
You can hear my hee hee sound.
Hee hee. Hee hee.
And I apologize for any sniffing in between the whole episode
Yeah,
because
it's okay, it's okay.
it's still running a little bit. Yeah.
You are
so-
true. Sorry. I mean you're
Hi.
excused.
Hi. This Noel. Just deprive 1 week only. 1 week only.
Yeah,
She cannot.
Of
she cannot
course.
stop.
Of course.
So what are we gonna talk about this week?
I'm gonna talk about
I show
emotional
the lens.
what? Emotionally blackmailing.
See? We have to match. Yeah, again, Blackpink. You know, Blackpink.
I think because I like
Yeah.
black and then you like pink. I say black, you say pink.
Pink.
Black.
Pink.
This one obviously never go camp before. I say black, you say pink. And then it's black first, then you pink. You immediately pink. Never go school camp before. We went to the same school all the way, you know. How can you miss the camp?
No lah, we did the singing segment, not the cheering segment. Different segment.
No lah, just
Our
teasing
group-
you lah.
Our group chose the singing with the dancing one.
The aloha waves, is it?
Maybe that's why I can't remember.
Yeah, what is that? I say something, then you say what? Then like that. Yeah, normally you know when they want to hype everyone up. I say black, you say pink, black, pink, black, pink, something like that. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Correct.
Okay, we shall do it
Not
properly
that I
next
was
time.
very into camp, but that's what I remember. Okay, I say so, you say light. So
Right. Why am I wrong?
what is mud eat pie?
But you must wait, correct So light ma. They were like, I'm not wrong what? I'm just very musically
Okay, what our
proper.
listeners or rather our audience, what do you say? Did she mud eat pie like one bit slower?
Are your team Noel or your team Kelyn? Tell us in the comments.
Yes.
Today we fight.
Yes. PK.
PK Round one, start. Ding ding.
Okay. Obviously, we are not emotional.
Yeah. But we just need to hype up a bit because this
Yes.
topic is quite dense. Right. When we
Yes.
were discussing, we were like, wow, this is quite dense. So
And
like,
it
Noel
can,
and her puns.
yes. And then it may also revive maybe hidden painful
Mm.
experiences. Yes.
Mm.
When actually you probably embedded it like deep in. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's
So
why.
disclaimer
Mm,
first, if let's
mm,
say this phrase or this topic actually triggers some of your emotional traumas or any part of your past, you can actually
mm,
skip this episode. We will not encourage you to listen
mm,
through. Or
mm,
maybe you can listen and until the part where you cannot take it, you can just click off.
mm,
We are okay with
mm,
it. So disclaimer also, we are also not any psychologists or, medically trained personnel. So
mm,
if let's say we were to say anything that is not exactly factual, please do take it with a pinch of salt.
mm. We are
And
just
if
sharing our
you,
experiences and like topics that we can help with the mental fitness as well.
yeah, so we just want to give you guys a broad overview of how we think about it and
Mm,
how you can help yourself if you are the victim or even if you find yourself being the blackmailer, right?
mm,
Yeah, it's fine. It's okay to be aware of these things, even though you are neither of these two.
mm,
But if you see somebody who needs help professionally, please do, seek help
mm.
professionally. Yeah. Do,
Yes,
do
please.
not take our word for it. We are not giving any medical advice or
Mm,
any medical, actions that you
yeah,
can take. Yeah.
correct.
All right.
The basis of it is self help and self improvement, self
Mm.
awareness. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's just a topic that I suddenly think of that we can share today.
Yes. And just nice, I have to wear this jacket with a B.
Yes, because it's blackmailing. So mail, you see, like mail, then the alphabets, right? Because you're
Yes.
mailing your
It's also
poster.
black pink.
Oh my.
But
Okay.
it's actually B for brown, if you guys know the line character.
Line.
Line. Okay. So let's
Yes.
just go down to a little bit of definition about
Mm,
what
mm, mm.
emotional blackmailing is.
Yep. Yes,
I've
please.
gotten this article from positivepsychology.com. So we will
Mm,
link the article down in the description box
mm.
so that you guys can go and
You
look
can read
into it
further.
because
Yes.
we can never talk about the whole article. You're just taking
Exactly.
snippets from it, right?
Yes.
So basically it's there's
Mm.
this book written by Susan Forward. She's a psychologist.
Mm-hmm.
So her book is really titled Emotional Blackmail,
Oh.
right? When people
Wow.
in your life use fear,
Okay.
obligation, and guilt to manipulate you.
Ah. Yes.
Yeah. So the way she described blackmailing is that the abusers, which is the perpetrators or the blackmailer,
Mm.
will threaten the victim in order to get what they want
Yes.
through emotional threats. So
Mm.
they will use ways to create feelings of fear,
Mm.
guilt, anger, so that
Mm.
it will solicit compliance from their victim.
Okay. Okay.
Or they might also like divert blame, responsibility on the victim for their negative actions. So like I'm doing this
Mm.
because I love you, or I act the way I am because you make me feel this way. Like,
Ah. Correct.
yeah. So
Correct.
instead of taking responsibility on how you feel yourself as the blackmailer, you
Mm.
use that as a threat against your victim so
Yes.
that your victim will feel guilt, fear, or anger and then therefore do what you want them to do.
Yes. I was about to
Right?
say that. You complete
Yeah.
my sentence.
Oh. We really need a soundboard. Every time we complete each other's sentence, we must press that button.
Sparking joy in the midst of something serious, aka
Yes.
Noel Tan.
aka Noel Tan. The pun
Yes.
sparker. I'm using wrong words to describe her.
What? It's okay.
Minus
It's okay.
one on Team Kelyn already. Minus one already.
Dang, dang. Yeah. So
Yeah, I
interesting,
mean,
right? Interesting topic to talk about, right?
yeah, we want to talk about it because I find like we have this mental health and mental wellness circulating
Mm.
recent years. Mainly, it actually started with the COVID actually. And
Correct. It
then,
becomes more open minded, I would say. Like people are more
mm,
open minded towards it. That
mm,
there is something in there in the brain that we need to take care of. It's not just about physical health, like let's rush you to the A&E, do some CT scan, do a MRI. Everything
yeah,
is about the body organs. But actually
yeah,
the mind and the heart is very important too. Right?
yes. Yeah. So I find recently I did listen to a podcast and there is a psychologist who she wants to use the word mental fitness instead of mental health. Ha.
Ding ding.
Those who can see the video will see our funny trying to how do I say
Gestures.
flex our
Flex.
biceps.
Hi.
Hi! Y'all can see Noel one better. My jacket a bit too loose. But basically, she says to use mental fitness because fitness is more positive and it
Mm.
somehow connotates that you are trying to build the muscle. Like when we talk about
There's a
physical
hidden
fitness.
like subtle meaning towards that, right?
Because when you talk about mental health, the first thing you think about is mental illness, mental
Health,
disease.
healthy or unhealthy, right?
Yes, yeah.
Positive or negative.
Yeah, and usually cater more to the negative.
Mm.
So that's the like it's already at the back of the brain. It's already a phrase that already carries a lot of negativity. So she said
Okay.
instead, now let's continue forward to use mental fitness.
Yes.
Which to me really, really, really sounds so nice. Like it is within
Oh.
the realm of like self-help, development, personal
Mm.
growth, that kind of
Yes.
thing. That's why I really like to talk about all these different mental fitness things that we can do to help ourselves. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yes.
emotional blackmailing is one of it because it,
Mm.
it, it triggers the person's mental state and also the emotional state.
Mm. And I
Mm.
think it's actually quite common, unfortunately. It's quite
Mm.
I would say basic mental health issue that a lot of people face. Because it's so
Mm.
easy, right? It's very easy to just blame others. And
Mm.
the
Mm.
moment you start blaming others and you see others giving into it, ah, that is where you just give way, you just open this invisible gate, like
Yeah.
welcome.
Like,
Welcome to
oh, I
continue
didn't
doing
know
that
I
to
can
me.
do this. Yeah,
Oh.
that kind of thing. And then suddenly you start doing it as a habit and then you
Like a
develop
norm?
into develop into like a norm, yeah, like you say, in the relationship to be like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. And if you
So
are not aware, you can wear both of you out,
yeah.
actually. Yeah.
And then because it's not fair to one side, which is you just continue to open the layers and layers to allow this perpetrator to tear you down, break you down, and then
Mm.
to
Mm.
um if you don't listen to me, then I don't love you anymore. Or if
Yeah.
you if you don't do that for me, then maybe I'll just release all your secrets.
Mm.
So in you're just being held at point gun, like, you sure you're not gonna do that?
Uh,
Then one shot. That's all.
yeah.
So what should you do? Give in, no?
Mm.
So that's the easiest way. So you're just pushing yourself backwards. And
Mm.
I think just now when before we were going through before we started our actual recording, we were having our discussion, right? And you
Mm.
were sharing something that really struck me, which is as a victim, you also need to have a sense of self awareness because you have to realize that you are allowing it upon yourself in order
Mm.
for it to continue to snowball. What that sentence, the moment, I mean, I interpreted in my own words, which
Yeah.
I'm describing now, but basically that's what
Mm.
Kelyn was sharing just now, and it is so true
Mm.
that
Yeah,
it
it
really
really
becomes a
takes two
norm.
hands to clap.
Mm,
Yeah, so
exactly.
in any relationship, any issue, it's always two
Mm,
hands, right? So
yes.
if let's say you are the victim and you stop allowing this to happen,
Mm,
uh, there's only three ways to get out of this whole emotional blackmail
situation.
relationship situation
Mm,
issue. Is both of you can accept the way things are,
mm,
and you yourself as the victim or you are the perpetrator, you can decide to just let it be. Or the second way is both of you can actually negotiate or
mm,
plan out a better, healthier relationship,
mm-hmm. All right.
which means that the blackmailer have to stop blackmailing
Mm,
and the victim have to stop enabling. So both
mm,
sides need to do their part, right?
yes.
Because
Correct.
the next time that the blackmailer were to start again and you
Yes.
enable it again, then it will just go back into the vicious cycle, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Or the last way is to actually end the relationship,
Mm,
which you cut off the ability of the blackmailer to victimize you, and you yourself cut off your ability to enable this person to blackmail.
mm,
Ah, but that is if let's say both of you has already, taken a step to understand that actually
it's
the
heading
relationship,
nowhere.
yeah, is heading
Mm,
nowhere. There is no
mm,
benefit in the relationship, or
mm,
either one of you didn't want to give in. Then
mm,
yeah, I mean, if you need to protect yourself as the victim,
mm,
and even though you didn't enable, maybe you tried to be hopeful, you tried to stop enabling, but the
mm,
blackmailer still continue, then it might come a point where you need to tell yourself some sort of time frame that
mm,
by this day or by this month or by this year, if let's say this person still doesn't change for the better, I will end the relationship.
mm.
Yeah.
And by relationship, we mean like in all forms. That means it can be
Mm.
romantic, it can be parents and children, family
Mm.
members,
It can
social
be,
group, your
yeah.
friends, your colleagues.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it can be in any form, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if you are in a place where you cannot get out of it due to financial situation or maybe lodging situation and stuff, then it's good to seek out communities that can help you
Mm.
to get out of it, because sometimes I find it's not that the victim don't want to get out of it, but because they are tied to the perpetrator.
There's always one point that they can just
Yeah.
pull the string very easily. I
Yeah.
believe in that, you know.
Mm.
It's not that they don't see that the world is helping, like outside is brighter
Mm.
and all of that optimistic and positivity, right? It's not that. It's
Mm.
just more on if I were to let go of this one string, I'll lose everything. You know, is that fear instilled in them
Yeah.
because of years and years of blackmailing
Blackmailing.
and being threatened daily on every single aspect in your life. So that
Yeah.
one single strand left is it's as though it's their life, you know. In Chinese we say right, like 你的 what 命根 ah. In
对.
Chinese we have that term, right? Which
Yeah.
is really like literally your life. Your
Yeah.
life is based on that thread. And if you lose
The
that, then
last
that's it.
thread. Yeah.
Oh, really. So
Yeah.
just now
So
as you were sharing, right, I just couldn't
mm,
help but think of an analogy. I don't know
mm,
whether it works for people who prefers things to be seen in analogy. So
mm,
put it this way, because I was thinking in the context of blackmailing,
mm,
it's just like when you receive email, you receive a spam email, right?
mm.
Like maybe those phishing emails or what, the hacker.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
you continue to accept and you click on the link. You click on the link because you allow them to enter. So the hacker obviously will infiltrate your system, to steal your bank account details and maybe siphon out your bank account, empty out everything, right?
Yeah.
And then the hacker will send a new email in a form of a different
Ah.
kind of threat by
Yeah.
blackmailing you. And again, you click on the link, you allow it. So if you continue to let that, how many bank accounts are you going to allow them to siphon out? And
Yeah. So if you take the
how much of
mm,
your willpower are you going to give up to them? Right.
mm.
So then the part that just now you were saying, that I think your third one, the last one, which is
Mm.
immediately report junk.
Oh,
Report junk and then
yeah,
block
reporter.
sender and
Yeah,
block
Blossom.
everything.
Yeah.
That is the
Like
analogy, just now you were sharing. Then
I like your
I use it in
analogy.
the email context, because just nice the
Mm.
word blackmail, so
Yeah.
I link it to hackers in terms of, especially it's so common nowadays, right?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
love scam lah, hackers, what's bank account, steal your ID, all this, your
PT
password.
scam lah, police
Ah,
scam lah,
correct,
authority
correct.
scam, a
Parcel,
lot.
parcel scam. Like they will say, oh,
Parcel
this is
scam.
DHL. You have a
Oh, that's the
pending
old school
shipment
already. Yeah.
fee. Correct.
Yeah. So anyway, I like your analogy because I want to add on to it is that
Yeah.
the part about the bank that they are fishing out,
Mm.
like how many more bank account do you have for them to continue emptying, right? So
Exactly.
if you think of the bank account as your emotional bank
Mm.
or your mental fitness bank,
Mm.
then you just keep letting them take and take and take and take,
Mm.
you
You're
know?
gonna go bankrupt
Then
one day.
yeah, you're gonna go bankrupt emotionally and mentally.
Yes.
And that's where all the, mental
You go
illness
berserk,
comes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there will come a point where you will really need to seek professional help because
Mm.
you are in a state of fear, guilt, or maybe you you are in a state where it's really very hard to function on your day-to-day basis.
Mm.
Yeah, these are the ways. Okay, the moment you cannot function normally for
Mm.
your daily activities due to
Mm. The constant threat, no?
emotion,
Living in fear, actually. They are
living in
constantly
fear.
living in fear. Yes.
Yeah, that is considered that you need a professional help. That is like the point where you need professional help.
Mm.
Yeah, so if you still can function on your day-to-day basis, but
Mm.
this is cutting, constantly
Slicing it
withdrawing from,
thinly.
yeah, then, you need to start to stop. You need to report junk. You
Yes,
need to
report
report
junk
junk
and
at the
block sender.
relationship. Block
Yes.
sender. Yeah. Or maybe
Change password.
change password. Yes, change password or, you need to negotiate for a better relationship. If
Yes.
really that relationship mean a lot to you. So
Mm.
you also need to understand if this relationship mean a lot to that person. Yeah. If it doesn't, then there's
Mm.
ways to get there's always ways to get a better relationship. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah. Yeah. So I mean now that we're talking about like the three different ways that this can
Mm.
end or this can stop, right? Or get
Uh-huh.
better, right?
Uh-huh.
There's the hope, right?
Yes.
That if both parties, right, like we mentioned, it take two hands to count. If
Mm.
both parties decided that they are going to work on this, the victim has to first acknowledge that
Yes.
you are
As
enabling.
what we shared just now. Yeah, I was saying
Yeah.
the sentence that struck me when Kelyn was preparing us for the podcast recording.
So the first thing you need to do is to create a stronger password.
Yes.
Going back to the analogy.
Yes.
So you have to find a way to tell your blackmailer that
Wait. I thought of one thing. You have to realize your account is being hacked first.
yeah, okay, first thing first, yeah, you
You
need to
know,
realize that this relationship is being like, compromised.
hijacked. Yeah,
Yeah,
compromise. Yes.
compromised by the emotional blackmailing that is going
You,
on,
you have
right?
to see the sign there, error. You
Spam,
have
spam,
to
hacker, hacker.
you have to acknowledge that.
Yeah, that
Then
this
you can
is not
proceed.
a insecure email.
Yes. Do you
Proceed
wish
with
to proceed?
care.
Yes.
Yeah,
When being very as geeky as we are.
proceed at your own risk. You
This
must first
website has been
acknowledge
blocked.
that. Yeah. This looks like a phishing email. Beware.
With malicious what? All
Malicious
the words.
content. Yeah, you know, like
That
the
kind.
links looks
Suspicious.
yeah.
You see, we are
So
going all geeky now. Okay, okay.
we've been warned so many times from banks or that,
Yes.
every day nowadays. So okay, so
Yes.
basically you need to first be aware. Yeah.
Mm.
Then you have to accept that you
Yes.
are also enabling this behavior.
Mm.
And then you have to take a lot of courage, right?
To say
To
no.
to say no, I'm not going to allow you to continue this, or you have to sit down with the blackmailer, the other party, and tell them that you don't feel comfortable continuing
Why
doing
are you
this.
hacking my account?
But
She
don't
suddenly stunned.
but don't fight threat with threat.
Ah, yes, yes.
Don't fight threat with threat
Of
because
course, I know.
that's also one of the ways, ma. Because
Mm.
anger is also one of the uh reaction that a
Mm.
blackmailer might want. Oh, so instead of making you fear or feel guilty,
Mm.
now you feel angry. Wow. Now let's fight. You know?
Mm.
So
Yeah,
you're gonna
instigating.
fight, try. Don't do that. You
Mm.
want to be very calm and tell them that you are very uncomfortable. You don't you don't like the way the relationship is going, the direction that this relationship is going.
Mm. Mm.
And yeah, by all means, try not to bring up any mental illness jargons or phrase that may seem as though you are saying that they are crazy, or
Uh,
try to avoid that, that
that's the
context of
last thing
words.
they need to know lah.
Yeah, because the last thing you want them to think of is, oh, you're judging me now. Okay, let me
Yes.
start back my blackmailing, the
Yes.
activate that.
Without
And
me, who are you?
yeah,
Without
they get
my
defensive.
existence, and
Yeah.
then what do you think you'll be eating? You'll not be eating anything.
Why do you think you will leave, huh?
Watch too much Taiwan drama already.
Yeah, I know, right?
Taiwanese drama.
Any drama lah. Basically
Yeah.
nowadays is all about
Yes.
okay, so basically you want to start doing all these things and laying down the boundaries and setting the ground
Yes.
rules that
Mm.
this cannot go on forward. It you want to say in a way that I want this to work, therefore I'm talking to you about this. It's not
Mm.
because I want to end the relationship, right? So, I mean, if you want to end a relationship, just say you're gonna end it. Don't need to talk about it, right? Just
Yes.
end and leave, right?
Yes.
So that's the last resort, right? But if you want to work on the relationship, tell them that you're gonna put in effort,
Mm.
but you also need them to comply. Now it's their
Mm.
turn to
Yes.
comply, right?
Correct. Correct.
And to want to work together in this
Yes.
relationship if it
Yes.
means as
Definitely.
much to them, right?
Yes. I mean, of course,
So
if they were to prioritize it, I'm sure they are willing to put in the effort, definitely.
yeah,
But
I mean,
if you notice that they are probably changing the topic, getting angry,
or activated.
showing very negative feedbacks, then I guess you got your answer already.
Yeah, then you just jump
Yeah.
straight to last resort.
Mm.
Block the sender.
Report junk and block sender. Yes.
Block sender and block accounts created by senior sender.
Ah, yes. Totally.
Right.
And change password. Finally.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
we also can talk about the part where when you start saying certain things to them,
Mm?
sometimes they don't realize they are doing it.
Ah, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
like
correct.
I do have a close friend. She did mention that she did realize she was doing it to her significant other.
Mm, mm,
And therefore, when the significant other voiced out, because of course your partner sometimes is in a very comfortable phase of the
Mm.
relationship. They don't
Mm.
want to stir
Okay.
any, or arouse any quarrels or, yeah. So they just let it be.
Mm.
So for her, it was a sudden realization when the partner actually found out that he don't feel comfortable, that she always use this tactic when they
Mm.
are quarreling.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So she will activate this blackmailing, right?
Oh. Okay.
So she will start sending the blackmail email when they are quarreling. Yeah, like spam, really spam, like spam. But he has been quiet all along, but until
Okay.
the point where he sound out. And
Okay.
therefore she realized, oh, I didn't know I was doing this to you. I mean, you always kept quiet. So
Ah,
I
so
thought it was
they chose the
okay.
option two.
Yeah, so they chose the option two, which is he started to tell her that I don't feel comfortable and I don't like
Mm.
how this is going on in our
Mm.
relationship. And I
Mm.
hope in the future we don't do this.
Mm.
And she chose to
Okay.
listen, yeah, as the person who started it, although she do not know anything about it and she understand what this whole thing
She
is.
wasn't aware that she was doing it. Right.
Yeah,
I guess sometimes, I mean, when things are still not that deep and dark, some people
mm,
may actually fall into the part that, oh, I didn't know I was doing that. I didn't know it was emotionally
yeah,
blackmailing someone. Oops. So
yeah.
I
So
guess
they
your
they didn't
friend,
know.
yeah, correct.
Yeah, and she really feel very sorry about it because to her she don't intentionally want to hurt him.
I'm sure. I'm
Right.
sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean it's a very good relationship. It's just that
Okay.
she do it when they are quarreling or when they
Okay.
are, in a very heated
Uh,
conversation, right?
yes. Yes.
Yeah. So for her to realize and then she'll be like, okay, what can we do about it? So this is the part where if you realize you are doing it to your friend, family member, or you are the blackmailer, you are the spam
Yes.
creator,
Yes.
right?
You are
You're
the
the hacker.
spammer.
You're the hacker. If you realize you are, then what you can do is actually really you need to be open and really also
Mm.
take courage to
Yes.
be vulnerable
Yes.
because I'm sure if your victim cherish the relationship as much as you do, you can be vulnerable with them,
Yes. Correct.
right? That actually I didn't realize I'm doing this, or actually I realize I've been doing this.
Mm.
Acknowledge, same thing. It's just
Yes.
you're on the other side. Acknowledge that you are doing this and say sorry, do your apologies and stuff. Um, and one of the phrase that this article has written was, I don't want my behaviors to make you feel so bad. I find this
Mm.
phrase really help
Yes.
because
Correct.
I don't want what I'm doing to hurt you.
As a blackmailer.
Yeah, as a blackmailer. And this phrase, right, will really help your victim to realize that, oh, yeah,
Mm.
that I've been emotionally blackmailed and
Mm.
I didn't realize, but I always feel very bad during certain circumstances or when we are doing
When it
something
starts.
together.
Yes.
Yeah, when it starts, that kind of
Mm.
thing. So these are a few ways that um you as the blackmailer, the
Yes.
hacker, can
Yes.
start to improve the
Mm.
relationship. Yeah. So
And may
once
I
you
just add on
mm,
also, and also as a blackmailer, maybe you can try to understand the reason behind, like why are you
mm,
doing this? Yeah, why
mm,
why is there a need to apply this method for this situation, for this
yeah,
scene, for this problem, for this occurrence in life? Yeah, why is there a need to apply this method? I think
mm,
this question is very important to ask yourself as a blackmailer.
mm, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you
So
can
I
continue.
find,
Yeah.
yeah, that is precisely the point for the
Mm.
blackmailer is that do you need to use this tactic
Mm.
to get,
What you want.
your partner, your friend, or your family member to get what to get them to do what they want, what you want,
What you
right?
want, yes.
Or could you communicate what you want to them and let them choose whether they want to do it for you
In a different form? Yeah.
in a different
Mm,
form and give them the opportunity or the choice,
mm,
right? The option to show you that they love you, they care for you
mm,
in their own way. It might not be exactly how you want them to do it,
yep,
behave or act or whatsoever,
yep.
but you don't have to use a threat to get them to
Yes,
do what you
correct.
want, right?
Yes,
They can willingly open their bank account to give you money.
correct. Yeah.
Basically,
You don't
right?
have to hack into their system
Yeah, you don't have to hack into their
and
system,
force
bank
them to click on
account.
the link.
So in fact, when they are willingly, doing these things for you, and you also realize that actually this relationship is for the better,
Mm,
and both of you can also learn from this experience that she just need to communicate. Okay, so let the blackmailer just need to communicate better.
yep.
The victim just need to stop enabling.
Yes, correct.
And you are onto a very good track to have a very healthy relationship with each other.
Mm,
Yeah.
agreed, agreed.
Yeah. Or you can be like us,
Mm,
where we share our experience with others.
mm,
It can be on this matter, it can also, create awareness around your friends. It can be something you
mm,
all talk about when you all
mm.
meet up with friends or family. I
Yes.
find the more the people are aware and has the
Mm.
knowledge of all these uh, issues, the more we can all grow as a
As a
conscious,
healthier state of mind. Yes.
yeah,
And to
healthier
be
state of
correct.
mind. And everybody can all improve their relationship with each other.
Correct.
And, you might somehow, somewhere or another, help another person who
Mm,
might not know that they are doing this to their,
yeah,
loved ones and stuff.
correct. So
Yeah.
I mean, we understand, especially in Asian countries,
Mm-mm.
this type of mental fitness is considered a taboo. Like you don't
Mm-mm.
talk about it. So, but I guess as what Kelyn was saying just now, that COVID has helped people to be more open minded, to be
Mm.
more aware about, hey, there's such thing going on, that there is such
Mm.
thing that, like today we share emotionally blackmailing. You can be manipulative. You can be depressed. You can get frustrated and anxious and etc etc. So with this, I hope that can be a stepping stone to
Mm.
because as I was sharing that it is quite a common thing to emotionally blackmail people. So it's quite a basic thing that even people don't even know, don't even realize they're doing. Yes, they don't even realize that by saying such things is a hidden meaning that you're
Yeah.
blackmailing, aka threatening someone, right? So as a
Mm.
recipient, if you were to take it lightly, still not so bad, right? But if you encounter it, you experience it daily, that's where it starts to build up. And that's not what we want, right? Accumulation
Yeah.
of threats. I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
anybody is definitely unwilling to be threatened daily, right? I mean, you can ask
Mm.
yourself, would you want a hacker to keep trying to hack into your system, and then you just blindly, okay lah, click the link, just click,
This the well.
right?
But yeah, on that note, yes,
Mm,
but sometimes it might be at the back of the mind, like you didn't
okay.
realize, and then
Mm,
like it became a habit or it became a norm in your
mm,
life. But let's take it as like a gentle reminder sometimes
mm.
that doesn't mean that there is nothing going on means everything is in the right
It's
direction.
good.
I find
Yes.
sometimes relationship, if both parties are willing to make the effort to make it a better relationship,
Hi.
there will constantly be like a better understanding of the person.
Mm,
You'll always grow together, that kind of thing. So
mm.
we're not saying that our relationship is all, a bed of roses, but
Yeah, correct.
yeah, we just want to encourage you to seek the right direction in any relationship you have, like be it friends, family, loved one, romantic
Mm.
relationship, for example.
Mm.
Uh, I find it more common in romantic relationship because there's some sort of I love you, you love me tied to this thing.
Mm. No, I think
Yeah.
it's fair. I think it's pretty much as compared to parents and children.
Yeah,
If
there's
you
also that. Yeah.
if you don't study hard and don't get A, means you don't love mommy.
Yeah.
It's very
So
common,
it could
especially
be,
in
yeah,
our
it could
Singapore
be also.
context. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you didn't get straight A's for your five subjects, means you don't love daddy
mm,
mommy. Means you do not want to um do well for your future. It means you are like this in a negative way. It means this. It means
yeah.
that
That
it's a
make
way
you
of
feel,
controlling your child to study hard.
that make
But are you
your
very
child feel
sure
fearful.
that that's gonna work? I mean, it can go
Yeah.
both ways. Maybe some kids may go, "Oh no, I love my parents, so therefore I shall study hard to prove that I love my parents." But is that what you? Is that the main point? You study hard means you love your parents. So if you don't study hard means you don't love your parents. Is that how you're gonna
Uh,
link? So you put it in a context as the blackmailer again, which
yep.
is if someone is doing that to you, take for instance your own parents do it to you, right? It's the same thing. I would say it's quite a fair share lah in all sorts of relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense too.
Mm.
But maybe I'm just very blessed that my parents didn't
Yeah,
use
me
this
too.
tactic. Yeah,
Correct.
both of us is like, oh, okay, you passed. Okay, fine. You you scored 50. Okay, fine.
Okay, yeah. We were fortunate that we didn't
You're
have to go
quite
through this.
fortunate.
Yes. But
I mean,
I mean, it is very common. I heard of it.
yeah,
I
it's very
think
common.
I'm very sure a few of our classmates also had experienced it. Just that they probably
Yeah, we
never
have
say it
been.
out. Yeah. So,
Yeah, we have
mm,
been quite fortunate that it didn't happen to us, but we also
mm,
seen people who experience it in their own life.
mm,
Yeah, I find all these tactics or ways a person may want to make another person feel bad.
mm.
Sometimes it stems from
Correct.
they themselves not loving themselves enough.
Correct. Yeah.
Sometimes.
I see it as and again like a bank transfer, like transferring the guilt, like transfer to you. You see,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
because of your negligence, it's because of your ignorance, it's because of
Mm,
your unwillingness. Therefore, I have to do this. That's why
yeah,
I become like this. It's
yeah.
because you didn't feed me for kids, some rebellious one. It's because you whole day keep working, you don't care about me. So I went to join some particular social group that tends to be in a wayward form lah, towards the wayward direction. Yeah. So
It's
then
too well.
they blame the parents, right? Same thing. Ah.
Yeah. And in a like romantic relationship it could be that, oh, because you're not there for me, therefore I want to make
Ah.
you feel guilty
Mm.
that you
So
didn't
I
do
go out
this or do that.
partying with other people. Ah.
Yeah. Or like I will go and do this if you go and meet up with your this particular girlfriend who I don't like, you know.
Ah, correct.
Yeah.
And the
So
list goes on and on and
yeah, I
on
mean
and
we just
on
give
and
you
on.
examples, but it all comes back to yourself. If
Yes.
if you are there for yourself, if you love yourself for who you are, it's very difficult to become one, the victim
Mm.
of this situation, or
Mm.
two, the blackmailer.
Yep.
Yeah, so I always find that people usually don't lack love from others. We lack
Mm.
self love, self compassion, and
Mm.
self acceptance from ourselves.
Correct. That's
Yeah.
true.
People can
Mm.
really give it to you, but if unless you do it for yourself first, it's
Mm.
very, very difficult to receive it
Yes.
from
Correct.
others. And
Yes.
therefore, all these, perpetrator,
Mm.
victimization, all these will come out.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a way of defense, it's a way of survivability, it's a way
Mm.
our brain just work that way. Human brains are so
Yes.
complex that even until now, psychologists cannot find like the exact reason why certain, psychological issues start.
That's the beauty of mankind. That's all I can say. The
Yeah,
beauty of mankind.
and therefore we can share this experience
Yes.
with you guys and share our opinions and what are things you can do to help yourself or help others.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. So I hope you all enjoyed this week's topic that we touched on mental fitness. A new
Yeah.
word that I learned. Mental fitness.
Yes, very interesting. Yeah, we can continue. We can continue to be
Yeah.
more.
She cannot take it.
I cannot take it.
Okay. I
Do you want to like?
serious now. Serious.
I have a feeling she want to like take it out so
No,
she can show her muscle. Next time we ask her to post, right? Post her muscle.
no.
No, if you can put like
I
Noel
haven't.
here, like with the muscle, and then that symbolizes mental fitness. So we can continue to build our mental muscle.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
And your brain muscles too.
Yes, your brain muscles. Brain is not a muscle. Okay, never mind. The nurse come back. Brain is not a muscle. Brain is full of
I
fat
know.
and neurons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So as usual, if you have any comments or anything to add on, whichever, we love to listen. And we love to read your comments.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like just now, Team Noel or Team Kelyn, please vote. Why is so
Ding,
small
ding,
compared to
ding, ding,
hers?
ding,
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, so I think it's time to sign out for our episode 23.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, 1, 2, 3. Stay soulful and light.
Light.
Bye bye. Very strong
Mental
already.
craziness. Oh, that's your fitness training
I think so.
for the brain.
What up?
What's
Okay, boxing away. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
We'll be back next week.
Yep.